Ever wonder if there are things you should stop buying now that you're a cancer survivor? Surviving cancer is a major milestone, but your battle doesn't end once you finish treatment. From there on out, it's important to keep making lifestyle changes that will keep your cancer from coming back. Some everyday products and popular foods that we eat are full of cancer-causing chemicals that can increase your risk of cancer recurrence by up to 70%. I'm Sarah from Remission Support. Having worked in radiation oncology for several years, I started this channel to give cancer survivors the essential information and support that they don't typically get from their healthcare team. Information on things like what to eat to beat cancer, or how to effectively recover from treatment. So in this video, I'm going over 5 things that you should stop buying to help keep your cancer in remission. Let's get right into it with number 1. Soda. Whether it's diet, regular, or agave sweetened, soda, or pop as we call it here in North America, is usually loaded with either sugar, artificial sweeteners, and chemicals that are detrimental to your health. Sugar in any form, whether it's white, brown, or all-natural cane sugar, it's empty calories, meaning there's no nutritional value in it, and it'll spike your blood sugar levels. Did you know that there are 10 teaspoons of sugar in 1 can of soda? That's a lot. It's no surprise that sugar is the leading cause of obesity, insulin resistance, and chronic inflammation, which all significantly increase our risk of getting several types of cancer, like breast, colon, and endometrial cancers, for example. The less sugar you eat, the less inflammation you will have in your body, and therefore the stronger your immune system will be. These are 2 major factors in preventing cancer. If your blood glucose and insulin levels are continuously high, it creates a favorable environment in your body for cancer cells to grow, especially cancers that are sensitive to insulin. And unfortunately, you're not better off drinking diet soda because the artificial sweeteners used, like aspartame or sucralose, have been shown to have carcinogenic effects. Although you'll find a ton of websites, even medical or government websites, that are still claiming that aspartame hasn't been linked to cancer, it is, in fact, considered a Group 2 carcinogen by the World Health Organization. Group 2 carcinogens are things that haven't been proven to directly cause cancer yet, but may in the future. So basically they're saying, eat it at your own risk for now, but it will likely be advisable not to in the future with more research. Most sodas also contain nasty artificial colors and preservatives like phosphoric acid and something called 4-methylamidazole, also known as 4-MEI, which is also a Group 2 carcinogen. And sodas that contain phosphoric acid, colas are pretty bad for this, can interfere with how well your body absorbs calcium, which can lead to having weak bones. So if you already have weakened bones from chemotherapy, radiation, or other treatments, this is particularly concerning. After cancer, you really want to minimize your exposure to these chemicals as much as possible, but trust me, I do know that if you're used to drinking soda regularly, it can be really hard to find a substitute that satisfies your cravings for it. Most people find the easiest way to cut back on it is to wean themselves off of it. So if you're used to drinking 2 cans a day, go down to 1 a day, and then when you're used to that, go down to 1 every other day, and so on. And you can try making this delicious and healthy alternative called infused sparkling water. Basically, it's sparkling water flavored with your favorite fruit. There are a ton of variations to try, like orange and kiwi or strawberry, lemon, and mint. I explain how to make this in my video titled Antioxidants Drinks Proven to Fight Cancer, so I'll link that for you below. Okay, moving on to the second thing you want to stop buying after cancer: white bread. And even if you don't buy white bread per se, I know people still buy a lot of other products that contain white flour, like bagels, hamburger buns, croissants, or pizza, but after hearing this, you may not want to. There are 4 main reasons why products made with refined white flour can indirectly lead to cancer. For one, white flour has been stripped of all of its nutrients and fiber. So similar to sugar, it has a high glycemic index, meaning it causes rapid spikes in your blood sugar levels and creates systemic inflammation. Secondly, unless you're baking it yourself, white bread, buns, bagels, and everything else contain a ton of additives and preservatives that manufacturers use to give it a longer shelf life, but these can also contribute to the amount of inflammation in your body. Thirdly, white bread has been called the glue of the gut. Because it doesn't contain any fiber, it's not easy to digest, so it's horrible for your gut microbiome. And as you may already know, a healthy gut is important for proper immune function, and it impacts your body's ability to remove toxins. And the 4th reason white bread is bad for you is that it's high in calories, but it's not very filling, so you can eat a lot of it without noticing, and your body will store it as fat. Having excess body fat is another major risk factor for developing several types of cancer, especially breast cancer after menopause. So instead of white bread or anything else made with white flour, choose whole grain options that are high in fiber and nutrients and have a low glycemic index. The more grains and seeds in it, the better. Although they are still carbohydrates, whole grains are more slowly digested and help maintain steady blood sugar levels and help to detoxify your body because they're so high in fiber. Plus, there are a lot of vitamins and nutrients in grains and seeds. Okay, moving on to the third product on our list to avoid buying after cancer, air fresheners. Most of them contain chemicals called VOCs, volatile organic compounds, that are released into the air, so inevitably we breathe them in. Some VOCs like benzene or formaldehyde are known carcinogens. Isn't it just mind-boggling that it's legal for companies to use products that are known to cause cancer? When we breathe in chemicals like this, they enter our bloodstream and they're detoxified through our liver. This added strain on your liver can hinder its ability to detoxify your body effectively, which is crucial for your overall health as well as cancer prevention. A much healthier alternative is to use natural air fresheners like essential oils. Not only do they make your house smell nice, some of them like lavender or sandalwood are thought to have calming effects and can help you sleep. Also, another great idea that I recommend to all of my patients with asthma, allergies, or other respiratory illnesses is to buy an air purifier, at least for their bedroom. As we just talked about, you want to protect your immune system after cancer, and an air purifier will remove allergens and airborne viruses, not to mention dust, which can also help you to sleep better at night. The fourth product you want to try to avoid as much as possible after cancer is dry shampoo. I'm sorry, don't hate me. I know it's convenient if you're looking for a quick fix and you haven't washed your hair in a few days. But as soon as I found out about the cancer-causing chemicals in dry shampoo, I stopped using it immediately. Just like air fresheners, unfortunately dry shampoo contains a slew of chemicals like butane, propane, and talc. These are what absorb the oil in your hair to give it that freshly washed look. But prolonged exposure to them is horrible for your health, especially for cancer survivors who already have compromised immune systems or are at a higher risk of cancer recurrence. And listen to this. Some dry shampoos also contain parabens, which are preservatives that can actually disrupt your hormones. Yep, parabens can mimic the estrogen in your body, and for people with hormone-sensitive cancers like breast cancer, this is particularly concerning. Now, there are some brands of dry shampoo that are more natural than others, and if you know of any, please share them in the comments below. That would be really nice. So while dry shampoo is convenient, it's really important to weigh your risks. After surviving cancer, you want to be minimizing your exposure to toxic chemicals to support your body's natural detoxification processes. Okay, so the fifth thing you should avoid buying after cancer may be a bit surprising, but it's bulk food. Buying food in bulk can seem economical, but it can also increase your risk of exposure to harmful toxins. For example, bulk grains, nuts, and seeds can develop mold if they're stored in containers that allow moisture and humidity to enter. Some types of mold produce aflatoxins, which are known potent carcinogens linked to liver cancer. Also, bulk food is usually kept in large plastic storage containers, and the chemicals in these plastics, like BPAs for example, will leach into the food when they're stored for long periods of time. So instead of buying bulk food, buy smaller quantities of packaged nuts or seeds and store it in an airtight glass container to reduce the risk of mold growth. If you're still buying any of these 5 things after cancer, I hope this information will make you think twice. I know how much better I felt after I cut out sugar and any refined carbs from my diet, like white bread, many years ago. So my hope is that this video will give you a little bit of a push to do the same. Remember, making small changes can have a big impact on your health and lower your risk of having your cancer come back. Thanks for watching, and I'm linking a couple of videos for you to watch next that I think you'll enjoy, and I'll see you next time.